Hello, my dear friend. Welcome to your sleep story. Tonight, you will journey to Amsterdam, the enchanting city of canals, where rain gently falls on cobblestone streets and the soft glow of streetlights reflects on dark water. You will wander through this magical city as rain creates a soothing symphony all around you. Let us begin with a few moments of relaxation to prepare your mind and body for the journey ahead. I'm going to count down from 10 to 1, and as I do, allow yourself to let go more and more deeply with each number. 10. Feel the surface beneath you supporting you completely. You don't need to hold yourself up. The earth itself holds you. As you become aware of this support, see if you can release just a little bit more tension. Let your body sink deeper. Let go. 9. Scan your body gently. Where are you holding tension? Perhaps in your feet, your shoulders, your jaw. Simply notice it. Don't judge it. Just by bringing awareness to these places, the tension begins to soften. Breathe into those spaces and let go. 8. You are safe here. Allow my voice to be an anchor for you. Trust in this moment. 7. The day is done. Thoughts that drift through your mind are just thoughts. Watch them drift away like raindrops sliding down a window. 6. This is your time for rest. You deserve this peace. 5. Peace lives within you. Feel it in the rhythm of your breath. 4. Take a moment to feel gratitude for this moment of quiet. 3. Begin to see beautiful Amsterdam. Canal houses with their distinctive gables, bridges arching over dark water, gentle rain falling on cobblestones. 2. Your body has worked hard for you today. It's time to give it rest. 1. Completely letting go now. You are in Amsterdam. It is evening, and a gentle rain is falling. Not a heavy downpour, but a soft, steady rain that creates a hushed atmosphere throughout the city. You are standing on the edge of one of Amsterdam's famous canals, the Haringgracht, known as the Gentleman's Canal. The canal stretches before you, its dark water rippling gently with each raindrop. Along both sides of the canal, tall, narrow houses rise up, their facades painted in shades of brick red, deep brown and charcoal grey. Each house has a distinctive gable, some shaped like bells, others like steps, still others like elegant necks of swans. These canal houses were built during Amsterdam's golden age in the 17th century, and they lean slightly forward, as if bowing to greet you. Warm light glows from behind lace-curtained windows. You can see the suggestion of lives being lived inside, a chandelier casting golden light, bookshelves lining walls, the flicker of candlelight. But the curtains preserve the privacy, offering only glimpses, inviting imagination. You begin to walk along the canal. The rain falls softly on your face, cool and refreshing. You don't mind it. In fact, it feels cleansing, as if washing away the cares of the day. Your footsteps are quiet on the wet cobblestones. The only sounds are the gentle patter of rain, the occasional drip from a tree, and the soft lap of water against the canal walls. Amsterdam has more than 1,200 bridges connecting its many canals and islands, and you are approaching one now. It is a small stone bridge, one of the oldest in the city, arching gracefully over the water. The bridge's surface is slick with rain, and streetlights at either end cast pools of amber light that reflect on the wet stone. You walk onto the bridge and pause in the middle. Looking down, you see the canal water reflecting the lights of the city, golden windows, street lamps, the glow from distant buildings. All of it shimmers and dances on the surface of the water, distorted by the falling rain into an impressionist painting of light and color. A bicycle passes by, its rider bundled in a raincoat, pedaling steadily through the rain. Amsterdam is famous for its bicycles. There are more bikes than people in this city. The bicycle disappears around a corner, and you are alone again on the bridge. You continue walking and turn onto Prinsengracht, the Prince's Canal, the fourth and longest of Amsterdam's main canals. This canal has its own character. It feels slightly less formal than the Herringgracht, more lived in, more intimate. Houseboats are moored along its length, their windows glowing warmly in the rain. You pass the Westerkerk, Amsterdam's tallest church, its tower rising into the rainy sky. Even in the darkness, you can make out its distinctive crown at the top, illuminated by subtle lighting. The church has stood here since 1631, a silent witness to centuries of Amsterdam life. A few doors down from the church, you notice a particular building. It is narrow like all the canal houses, with a simple facade. This is the Anne Frank house, where a young girl and her family hid during World War II. You turn onto Bloemgracht, the flower canal. This canal is quieter, more residential. Trees line its banks, their bare branches dripping with rain. The canal houses here are particularly beautiful, each one unique. You notice the gable stones, decorative plaques that once served as house numbers, depicting symbols like ships, flowers, or tools that indicated the resident's profession. As you walk, you come upon a small bridge. It is so narrow that only pedestrians and bicycles can cross. You step onto it and find a bench set into an alcove on the bridge itself. You sit down, grateful for a moment of rest. The bench is sheltered by an overhang, protecting you from the rain. From here, you have a perfect view down the canal. The perspective is beautiful. You can see several more bridges in the distance, each one receding into the rainy night. The lights reflect on the water in long, shimmering streaks. The rain creates concentric circles on the canal's surface, hundreds of them, overlapping and expanding. You close your eyes and simply listen. The rain is the dominant sound, a constant, soothing white noise. But within that sound, you can hear other things. The drip of water from a drain pipe, the distant rumble of a tram, the soft rustle of wind through the trees. All of it blends into a symphony of the city at rest. You breathe deeply, inhaling the scent of rain and wet stone, and the earthy smell of the canal. Amsterdam has a distinctive scent, a mixture of water and history and life. It is a smell that speaks of centuries of existence, of countless lives lived along these canals. After a time, you stand and continue your walk. You make your way toward the Amstel River, the waterway from which Amsterdam takes its name. The rain is falling a little harder now, but it is still gentle, still soothing. You pull your coat a little tighter and walk on. You reach the Amstel and turn south along its bank. The river is wider than the canals, and the rain creates patterns on its surface. Ahead of you, you see a beautiful white drawbridge spanning the river. This is the Maguire, the skinny bridge, one of Amsterdam's most iconic landmarks. The bridge is made of white painted wood and is illuminated by strings of lights. In the rain, these lights glow with a soft, romantic luminescence. The bridge has been featured in many films, and standing here now, you understand why. It is hauntingly beautiful. You walk onto the Maguire. The wooden planks are wet beneath your feet. Halfway across, you stop and lean on the railing, looking down at the dark water of the Amstel. The river flows steadily beneath you, carrying rain and reflections out toward the sea. As you stand there, you notice movement on the water. A canal boat is approaching, its cabin windows glowing warmly. The boat passes beneath the bridge, and you can hear soft music and laughter from inside. A group of friends or family, enjoying an evening cruise despite the rain, or perhaps because of it. There is something magical about being on the water in the rain. You watch the boat until it disappears into the rainy darkness. Then you continue across the bridge. On the far side, you turn and walk along the eastern bank of the Amstel. Here the buildings are different, grander, more imposing. You are in the area of Amsterdam, where the wealthy merchants built their homes during the Golden Age. You come to another bridge, the Blaubrug, the Blue Bridge. Despite its name, the bridge is not blue. It was once painted blue, but now it is grey stone decorated with ornate lamps and sculptures. This bridge is often considered Amsterdam's most beautiful, designed in the style of the bridges in Paris. You cross the Blue Bridge and find yourself near the Hermitage Museum. The building is impressive, taking up an entire block along the Amstel, but it is closed now. dark and quiet. You continue walking, turning onto smaller streets, letting your feet guide you through the city. You wander through the narrow streets of the old center. The rain has eased to a light drizzle now. The cobblestones glisten. You pass small shops selling cheese, flowers, antiques. You pass cafes, where a few people sit in the windows, nursing warm drinks and watching the rain. You come to Dam Square, the heart of Amsterdam. The square is vast and open, surrounded by impressive buildings. To one side stands the Royal Palace, its classical facade imposing even in the rain. Across the square is the Nieuwe Kerk, the new church, though new is relative. It has stood here since 1408. The square is nearly empty at this hour. A few pigeons huddle beneath the eaves of buildings. The rain has driven most people indoors. You walk across the square, your footsteps echoing. You feel like you have the city to yourself. From Dam Square, you walk down one of the narrow streets that radiate outward. These streets are atmospheric, lined with shops and restaurants, neon signs reflecting on wet pavement. But the rain gives everything a softer quality. The harsh edges are blurred. The bright lights are muted. You find yourself at Reguliersgracht, the Canal of Seven Bridges. You have reached a special spot. Standing on the corner of Reguliersgracht and Herrengracht, you can see 7 bridges in a row, one behind the other, creating a beautiful perspective. Even in the rain and darkness, the view is remarkable. The lights from the bridges create a pattern of arches, receding into the distance. You stand here for a long moment, simply taking it in. This is the Amsterdam that people dream about. The Amsterdam of postcards and paintings. And you are here, experiencing it in this quiet, rainy moment. You walk on, crossing bridge after bridge. Amsterdam is built on 90 islands, all connected by these bridges. Each crossing takes you to a different island, a different neighborhood, a different slice of city life. The rain continues its gentle fall. You come to a small courtyard, tucked away behind a gate. These hidden courtyards are called hofjes, and they are one of Amsterdam's secrets. Originally built as almshouses for the poor, they are now quiet oases in the middle of the busy city. You step into the courtyard. The courtyard is small, surrounded by tiny houses. In the center is a garden, simple but well tended. The rain falls gently on the leaves and flowers. There is a bench under a small shelter, and you sit down. The courtyard is perfectly quiet. The sounds of the city are muted here. You feel as if you have stepped out of time. You close your eyes and let the peacefulness of this place wash over you. Your breathing slows. Your shoulders drop. All the tension you have been carrying begins to melt away. The rain is a constant, soothing presence. It asks nothing of you. It simply is. After a time, you cannot say how long, you open your eyes and stand. You make your way back out of the courtyard and onto the street. The rain has stopped. The clouds are beginning to break up, and here and there, a star is visible. You walk through the wet streets, the cobblestones reflecting the clearing sky. You make your way to Keizersgracht, the Emperor's Canal, the second of the 3 main canals. Here, you find another bench, this one right on the canal bank. You sit down. The canal stretches before you, a perfect mirror now that the rain has stopped. The canal houses, the trees, the sky, everything is reflected in the still water. It is like looking at 2 cities, one real and one inverted, both equally beautiful. A houseboat is moored nearby. You can see light coming from its windows, and the suggestion of movement inside. Someone is home, living their life on the water. Amsterdam has hundreds of houseboats, homes that float on the canals. It is a unique way of living, one that speaks to the Dutch relationship with water. You think about water, how it flows, how it adapts, how it finds its way around obstacles, how it carves canyons through stone, not through force but through persistence. Water is the ultimate teacher of surrender, of going with the flow, of being soft yet unstoppable. Amsterdam is built on water, quite literally. The entire city rests on millions of wooden piles driven deep into the marshy ground. The city exists because people learned to work with water, not against it, to channel it, to use it, to live in harmony with it. As you sit by the canal, you feel yourself settling, like sediment sinking to the bottom of a still pond. All the stirred-up thoughts and emotions of the day are settling. The water of your mind is becoming clear. You are finding your stillness, your center. Your breath becomes even slower. Each breath is deep and full. Your body feels heavy on the bench, gravity pulling you down, grounding you. Your mind is quiet. There are no thoughts now, or if there are, they drift through like clouds, insubstantial and temporary. You stand, moving slowly, almost dreamlike. You walk along the canal, your movements unhurried. There is nowhere to go, nothing to do. You are simply being, simply existing, simply walking through this beautiful city in the soft night. You find yourself back at the Herrengracht, where your journey began. But you are different now, calmer, more at peace. The city has worked its magic on you. The rain, the canals, the bridges, the quiet streets, all of it has conspired to bring you to this state of deep relaxation. You walk to the edge of the canal and look into the water. Your reflection looks back at you, wavering slightly. You think about reflections, how they show us ourselves but in reverse, how they are real, yet not real, substance and shadow. And then, gently, the scene begins to fade. The canal, the houses, the bridges, they become translucent, like watercolors running together. The city dissolves into soft light and shadow, and you find yourself lying in bed, in your own room, in your own home. But Amsterdam is still with you. You can still feel the rain on your face, still smell the wet cobblestones, still hear the gentle lap of water against canal walls. The city has left its imprint on you, a gift to carry into sleep. Your body is completely relaxed now, every muscle soft, every joint loose. You are sinking into the mattress, into the pillows, into deep, restful sleep. Your breath is so slow, so quiet. Your heartbeat is steady and calm. Everything is peaceful. As you drift towards sleep, gentle affirmations settle into your consciousness. I am safe. I am at peace. I am held by something larger than myself. I let go of the day. I surrender to rest. I trust in the wisdom of my body. I am exactly where I need to be. Let these truths nourish you as you sleep. Let them heal the parts of you that have forgotten peace. You are like the canals of Amsterdam, sometimes stirred by storms, but always finding your way back to stillness, always flowing toward the sea. Sleep now, carrying Amsterdam in your heart, the gentle rain, the glowing bridges, the quiet canals, the hidden courtyards, all of it is yours now, a sanctuary you can return to whenever you need peace. The night holds you, the darkness cradles you, the silence soothes you. You are safe, you are loved, you are home. Sleep deeply, sleep peacefully. Let the rain of Amsterdam lull you into dreams. May your sleep be deep and restorative. May you wake refreshed, carrying the calm of the canals within you. And may you always remember this rainy night in Amsterdam, this journey through beauty, this encounter with peace. Good night, dear friend. Rest well, dream sweetly, and wake tomorrow with lightness in your heart. Sleep, as you rest in deep relaxation, as your consciousness floats between waking and sleeping. You find yourself drifting back to Amsterdam one more time. The rain has returned, but it is even gentler now, barely more than a mist. You are walking through the city in the deepest hour of night, when even Amsterdam sleeps. You find yourself in the museum quarter, near the Rijksmuseum. This grand building houses Dutch Golden Age artworks by Rembrandt and Vermeer, and countless other masters. But at night, the museum is dark and quiet, its treasures sleeping behind thick walls. The building itself is beautiful, a palace of red brick and ornate stonework. Behind the museum lies Vondelpark, Amsterdam's most famous park. You enter through an ornate gate and find yourself on a tree-lined path. The rain drips from the leaves above, creating a gentle percussion. The park is beautifully landscaped, with winding paths, ponds and sculptures hidden among the trees. You walk deeper into the park. The city sounds fade behind you. Here, there is only the rain, the trees, and the soft rustle of wind. You come to a small pond, its surface pocked with raindrops. Ducks are sleeping on the bank, their heads tucked under their wings. You stand quietly, not wanting to disturb them. There is a pavilion nearby, an ornate Victorian structure painted white. You step inside, out of the rain. The pavilion has benches and a decorative ceiling. You sit down and listen to the rain, drumming on the roof. It is a constant, soothing rhythm, like a heartbeat, like a lullaby. As you sit there, you think about all you have experienced tonight. The bridges, the canals, the narrow streets, the hidden courtyards. Each place has offered something, a moment of beauty, a feeling of peace, a sense of connection to something larger than yourself. Amsterdam is a city that has learned to live with water, to embrace it, to make it part of the urban fabric. The canals are not just transportation routes or drainage systems. They are the soul of the city. They give Amsterdam its unique character, its gentle pace, its reflective quality. And the rain is water too. Rain connects sky to earth, heaven to ground. It nourishes, it cleanses, it renews. Sitting here in the pavilion, listening to the rain, you feel yourself being renewed, washed clean, made fresh. After a time, you stand and leave the pavilion. The rain has eased again. You walk back through the park, taking a different path. You pass a rose garden, the roses heavy with rain. You cross a small bridge over a stream. You emerge from the park onto a quiet street. You walk through residential neighborhoods now. The houses are smaller here, more modest than the Grand Canal houses, but they are no less charming. Each one has its own character. Painted shutters, window boxes with flowers, small front gardens protected by low fences. You see lights in a few windows, someone reading in bed, someone working late at a desk. Most windows are dark, the residents sleeping peacefully. You feel a sense of kinship with these sleeping strangers. You are all sharing this night, this city, this moment in time. You make your way back toward the canals, drawn by the water. You find yourself at Single, the innermost canal, which forms a horseshoe around the old city center. This canal was once a moat, part of Amsterdam's medieval defenses. Now it is lined with houseboats and beautiful buildings. You walk along the Single until you come to the floating flower market, Bloemenmarkt. During the day, this is a riot of color. Tulips, roses, orchids, all displayed on barges moored along the canal. At night, the stalls are closed and covered, but you can still smell the faint scent of flowers. Amsterdam is famous for flowers, especially tulips. During the 17th century, tulip mania gripped the city. Single bulbs sold for the price of houses. Fortunes were made and lost. It was one of history's first economic bubbles. Now tulips are everywhere in Amsterdam, a symbol of the city and the country. You continue walking and find yourself back in the old center. The streets here are ancient, some dating back to the 13th century. The buildings lean at odd angles, settling unevenly into the soft ground. Everything feels old and layered, history upon history. You come to the Oude Kerk, the old church, Amsterdam's oldest building. It was consecrated in 1306, and it has stood here through centuries of change, wars and plagues, prosperity and poverty, the rise and fall of empires. The church has witnessed it all. The church is built of brick, solid and enduring. Its tower rises into the night sky, a landmark visible from much of the old center. You walk around the building, admiring its architecture, Gothic windows, buttresses, a simple, powerful beauty. Near the church, you find a quiet spot to sit. A low wall surrounds a small garden. You sit on the wall and look up at the church tower. The rain has stopped completely now. The clouds are breaking up. Between them you can see stars. You think about time. How much has passed since this church was built? How many people have walked these streets? How many lives have been lived in this city? And yet the church stands. The canals flow. Amsterdam endures. There is something comforting in this, in the endurance of place, in the continuity of history. You are part of this continuity. Your life is a thread in the vast tapestry of human existence. Brief, yes, but real, meaningful, connected to all that came before and all that will come after. Your breathing has become very slow and deep. Your eyelids are heavy. Your body feels weighted, as if gravity has increased. You are being pulled down into rest, into sleep, into the deep quiet that underlies all existence. You stand one last time and walk to the nearest canal. You look into the water. The surface is perfectly still now, reflecting the stars. The canal is a mirror between earth and sky, connecting the two. And you are here, in between, part of both, belonging to all. The scene begins to fade. Amsterdam dissolves around you like watercolor. The canals, the bridges, the ancient buildings, all of it blurs and softens, and finally disappears, and you are lying in your bed, in your room, completely relaxed and at peace. The journey through Amsterdam has done its work. It has slowed you down, calmed you, brought you to this state of perfect rest. The rain and the water and the quiet streets have washed away tension, leaving only peace. Now, as you lie in the darkness, gentle truths settle into your being. You are safe. You are held. You are part of the great flow of life. Like water finding its way through canals, you are finding your way through existence, and it is all unfolding perfectly. You don't need to force anything. You don't need to struggle. You simply need to flow, to trust, to allow. Like the canals of Amsterdam, you can channel the currents of life without resisting them. You can be both soft and strong, yielding and enduring. Sleep comes naturally now, not as something you do, but as something you allow. You are sliding into it, like slipping into water. Gentle, easy, natural. Your breath becomes even slower. Your thoughts become even quieter. The boundary between waking and sleeping dissolves, and you are sleeping, deeply, peacefully, completely. Your body rests, your mind rests, your spirit rests. All is quiet, all is still, all is well. The night progresses through its natural rhythm. Hours pass, your sleep moves through its cycles. Deep sleep, light sleep, dreams. Each phase bringing its own kind of rest, its own kind of healing. In your dreams, you may return to Amsterdam, walking the canals, crossing the bridges, feeling the rain, or you may dream of other things entirely. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you are resting, deeply, completely. Your body is repairing itself. Your mind is processing and integrating. You are being renewed. Outside, the world continues, but in here, in this space of sleep, time is different, softer, less urgent. You are suspended in the timeless now, the eternal present. There is no yesterday, no tomorrow, only this moment of perfect rest. And in this rest, you are held by the bed beneath you, by the earth below, by the vast mystery that underlies all existence. You are cradled in the arms of life itself. Safe, loved, home. The canals of Amsterdam flow on in the night. The rain falls and stops and falls again. The bridges stand firm. The old buildings lean and settle. And all of it continues, has always continued, will always continue. The rhythm of the city, the pulse of life. And you are part of this rhythm. Your breath is the breath of the city. Your heartbeat is the heartbeat of life. You are not separate from Amsterdam, from the world, from existence. You are woven into it all, a thread in the infinite tapestry. Sleep on, dear friend. Let the remaining hours of night complete their work. Let your body rest fully. Let your mind be still. Let your spirit soar free. And when morning comes, you will wake gently, naturally, feeling refreshed and restored. You will rise with the memory of Amsterdam in your heart. The gentle rain, the quiet canals, the peaceful bridges. For now though there is only sleep, only rest, only the blessed darkness, only the gentle rhythm of breath, only the steady beat of heart, only peace. May your sleep be deep and healing. May you wake refreshed and renewed. And may you carry the spirit of Amsterdam with you always, the ability to flow with life, to find beauty in rain, to create light in darkness, to build bridges over troubled waters. Good night, sleep well, rest deeply, dream of canals and bridges, of rain and reflections, of ancient cities and timeless peace. Sleep. In the deep hours of sleep, your consciousness rests in perfect stillness. But somewhere within you, Amsterdam continues to live. The images and sensations from your journey have been woven into your being. The gentle patter of rain, the glow of lights on water, the quiet majesty of bridges spanning dark canals, all of it remains, a treasure stored in the depths of your soul. This is the gift of tonight's journey. Not just rest, though rest is precious, but something more, a remembering, a reconnection with the quiet beauty that exists all around us, if only we slow down enough to see it. Amsterdam showed you this. The rain taught you this. The canals reflected this truth back to you. You have learned to be like water tonight. To flow, to reflect, to nourish, to cleanse. Water does not fight. It yields. And in yielding, it shapes everything it touches. Carving canyons, nurturing life, connecting sky to earth to sea. Carry this wisdom with you. When life feels hard, remember water. When you encounter obstacles, remember how water flows around them. When you feel stuck, remember that water always finds a way. It seeps, it trickles, it persists, and eventually, it reaches the sea. As you sleep, your body continues its miraculous work, billions of cells renewing themselves, your immune system strengthening, your nervous system recalibrating. All of this happens without your conscious effort. Your body knows what to do. It has been doing this every night of your life. Trust it, honor it, thank it. Your mind too is at work, processing the day's experiences, consolidating memories, making connections, finding patterns. Even in sleep, even in the deepest rest, your mind is active in its own way, sorting, organizing, preparing you for tomorrow. But beyond body and mind, there is something else. Call it spirit, call it soul, call it your essential self. This part of you never sleeps. It is always awake, always aware, always present. It is the witness, the observer, the consciousness that knows it is conscious. This is your true nature, not the body that ages and changes, not the thoughts that come and go. Rest in this awareness now. Let everything else fall away. The story of Amsterdam, the images and sensations, even the sense of being a separate self, let it all dissolve into the vast spaciousness of pure awareness. Here, there is perfect peace. Here, there is perfect rest. The night continues its slow procession toward morning. Outside your window, the world sleeps and dreams. Inside this room, you sleep and dream, and beneath it all, awareness remains. Constant, eternal, unchanging. This is your home. This is your refuge. This is what you truly are. Sleep on, beloved friend. The canals of Amsterdam flow through your dreams. The rain falls gently on the landscape of your sleeping mind. The bridges connect the islands of your consciousness. All is flowing, all is connected, all is well. And when dawn comes, when the first light touches your window, when it is time to rise and meet a new day, you will wake gently, easily, naturally, bringing with you the peace of the canals, the gentleness of the rain, the strength of the bridges, the endurance of the ancient city. Until then, rest, be still, know that you are held, know that you are safe, know that you are loved, now and always, in Amsterdam and beyond, in sleep and in waking, forever. Good night, dear one. May your sleep be blessed. May your dreams be sweet. May you wake with joy. Sleep,